Rock and roll Chicago, rock and roll Chicago, my hometown. Well, I was born in the city, gonna rock the city, Chicago. Chicago rock and rollers are the best here around.
And this is Paul Martin
And Ray the Roadie.
for the Rock and Roll Chicago podcast.
Rock and Roll Chicago podcast.
That's right.
Rock and Roll Chicago.
Are you doing a voice?
I think so. Yeah, maybe.
Okay. So what's happening, Ray? Anything?
Not a heck of a lot. We're back here at the studio in Joliet, which I'm just loving being here.
Yes, indeed. It's nice to be back here and to be able to do the studio, do the interviews here in person. Although Zoom worked for us, and we may still use Zoom from time to time.
From time to time.
But it's nice to talk to people in person.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Who are we talking to today?
Today, we're meeting with a much larger group than we normally have. We got 5 gals joining us today, the PriSSillas.
The PriSSillas.
Yeah, with a bunch
way.
of S's in the name.
Oh boy, the PriSSillas are going to be here.
I know. You're excited. You love the PriSSillas.
I do. They're some great girls. I've known them for quite a few. I've known most of them.
Okay.
Not all of them. So we'll find out who's a new member and who's not. Let's dive right in and talk to the PriSSillas.
Yeah, I want to know who you know and who you don't know. This should be interesting.
Okay, we'll find out.
Let's go.
I'm excited, Ray,
I'm excited too.
because we have the PriSSillas are here.
Yes, they
Hi,
are.
girls. How are you?
Hello, girls. Greetings.
I've been waiting for this day. We've got Angela Fett on guitar, plays guitar. Jenny Rackus, right? Is that right? Did I say that right? Is that a fake name? Rackus.
Jenny's not a hard name to
Yes,
say.
it is a fake name.
It's actually Christopher Rackus, so go ahead and say that.
We call it our stage name.
Paula Marp plays bass. Lisa on guitar and vocals, right? Mm-hmm. And Kimmy Hayes.
Hello.
Hi, Kimmy. So tell us what's going on. What's new with the PriSSillas?
Okay,
Not
thank you
everybody
very much. That was good.
Everybody talking what?
That was real good, yeah.
Well, tell us first of all, how did PriSSillas get started?
Well, I had one of my. I'm sorry, Paul.
Who are you?
This is Paula,
It was one of my.
my good friend Paula.
What do you call those monumental birthdays? I think it was 25.
25, yeah.
And my friend surprised me with all the band members from all my bands from Christmases past and everything. So we were everywhere from the Janes, from Kimmy Hayes.
Who?
Kimmy Hayes. What is that? Her, Girl Next Door, Jenny Rackus, Tribe of Souls, everybody. And I was up on stage. Of course, it was a surprise that everybody was there. And I was up on stage and I'm like, not even turn around. I'm going, oh my God, this sounds so awesome. Everybody's on stage. And I turn around and it was just us. I was like, ooh, this could be something cool.
I see.
Yeah, I just wanted to start something that we play what we love and see what happens. And there they are.
So we were from different bands, all of us.
Right. They were some of the ghosts from my past.
And then what about
Lisa?
Yeah.
Lisa Thalman. That's a long story. Angela?
You got nothing but
It's a
time.
very quick story, but so Lisa, I knew from way back. She had her own original band before she became a mom and married and whatnot. And in fact, being in her show, we had friends go see Kimmy Hayes and Paula.
What?
Back in the
Girl.
day. Anyway, when
They
Kimmy,
split their time between us, me and you, Kimmy.
I saw on Facebook that Lisa was coming out of retirement. We were playing Frankie's Blue Room and we needed an opening act. And I said, girls, I got this girl. Trust me on this. And she opened for us acoustic only. And eventually we asked her to join the band. So
Here she is.
yeah.
Okay. Well, let's start with you, Lisa.
Okay.
So you played for many years in your own band.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
It was called Lisa Tyndall. That was my previous name before I got married. And Moonlit Candy And we did original and rock and pop and stuff like that. And it was a lot of fun. I mean, it was in my early 20s. I had a great time with it. But then I got married and it was time for me to settle down and have a family, which I did. And so music kind of took a back seat. And it was really exciting once my kids got old enough to be a little bit more independent, where I could actually like have the time to practice and rehearse and play a little bit for my neighbors and stuff. And I was so fortunate to hook up with Angie again on Facebook, I think is how we reconnected. And then, I mean, like we said, the rest is kind of history.
So you play guitar and you played acoustic guitar and
I do,
sang
yes.
at this thing that Angie was talking about?
And at the gig, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I was so nervous. I was like sweating. It was a lot, but here we are. So thank God it happened.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. So Paula, so you started this whole thing, right? And
It started me.
now
It started you.
let's talk about some of your past bands. Now, who was with the Janes?
Me and Kimmy and I were with the Janes.
Okay.
And then Jen, I knew because she'd come out and see the Janes, and she's like, I'm a drummer, like if you ever need a drummer.
Stalker.
Yes. Right. There's that Jenny again. Oh. But I think you were dating a masseuse, so we let you hang out backstage. So then
We call them massage therapists.
oh, I'm sorry. That was back in the
Shanghai.
2000s. So then later on, I joined and get on with the girl next door with Angie and met one of my most sparkly friends in the world. And we needed a drummer. So I said, I know this girl, Jenny, and she's super cool. And then Angie can tell you how that happened, how Jen came here.
Well, at the time, we had been through a number of drummers. We weren't an all-girl band, but there were three of us, including Paula. And so Paula says, I've got this girl. She's a nice girl. Okay, we'll audition her. And I kind of put her through the paces. And then I was like, oh, yeah. So we became an all-girl band by accident in that particular band. So
that was on Girl Next Door, right?
What was the audition song?
the one song that I can't play on drums, which is One Way or Another, because it's very fast. And I'm like, okay, play this. And she nailed it because she had played it for many years before.
Okay, now I noticed in your bio that you says you play guitar and drums.
Oh, yeah.
You play drums and guitar. So which is it? I mean, how does that work?
Well,
do you play,
Jen is the main drummer.
Do you switch off?
We do.
Okay.
I always wanted to be a drummer, and my mom would not let me have a drum kit. But Jen let me play, and we switch. So we do a few songs, and she comes up front. She plays guitar as well, and it's really fun. Yeah, sings. Yeah.
So everybody plays guitar.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kimmy's giving us lessons, and it's part of the deal. The other thing
Actually, Kimmy is giving my son lessons, and she's fantastic. Let me tell you.
Well, I know Kimmy does give lessons, right?
Yes.
Yep.
And are you still doing that?
I am for the time being. Yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And so now, how long are you here for? How long are you here in Chicago? Because I know you've got the thing with Six going in New York or in Broadway, right?
I do. Yeah. We were reopening September 17th. So I'm here for just till the end of August.
I see.
At last, it's happening.
Yeah.
You guys never opened, did you?
We did 35 previews in New York City. On opening night, March 12th, they shut down Broadway.
That's what I thought.
Wow.
and we said, Kimmy, get here. The band is waiting.
So what happened in COVID? Did you guys get a chance to play it all or no?
Yeah.
Or just rehearse?
Paula's Garage.
Yeah.
We play for real.
Back to my
we
garage.
would play in Paula's Garage, and this summer we've been gigging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In my backyard, we had some backyard sessions.
In Lisa's backyard.
It was really awesome to have the 5-piece sort of by accident.
So here's a fun fact, though. So I was going to New York, and that's when they added Lisa. Mm-hmm. And then when I came back, I mean, I wish we always played together.
Well, I wasn't supposed to be permanent. So after I opened for them at Frankie's, they were like, well, Kimmy's leaving. Well, no, you weren't even leaving at that point. You were at Navy Pier, right? So they had some gigs booked where she was like double booked. And so then they were like, well, Lisa, maybe you can fill in, which I obviously could never fill Kimmy's shoes. But I was like, well, how about if I play with you and we'll see what happens? And so honestly, at the end of that summer when I don't think you knew if you were going to Broadway yet at that point. I remember like after our last gig, and it might have actually been after one of the last ones that we were supposed to have got canceled. And I remember texting you guys and I was like, well, all right, guys, well, it's been real. It was really fun. And then I like put my phone down and I was kind of like, like, that's a bummer. Like, I hope I have the opportunity to play with these girls again, but I wasn't really sure if I was going to. And then... And that was like maybe September, October. And then you knew for sure you were going to Broadway. And then you guys asked me to play, but then COVID hit. And so now continue.
Right.
And now we're a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-piece band.
And a 5-piece.
And it's been awesome because Lisa's got this powerhouse vocal, but completely different. So it's like, it's higher. It's more like pop soul. Whereas I'm kind of like, at this point, oh Lord, won't you buy me? I'm a bowling lady. Smoke a lot of unfiltered Camels. She's got like this razor sharp. So
It cuts right through, right?
it's fantastic. We have everybody sings, beautiful harmonies. It's been just a joy to have come back and then have blended our abilities and kind of created this new sound.
Yeah.
With Lisa and the rest of the gang.
Yeah, to that point, Kimmy, that some things don't go as planned. This band wasn't even really planned. And the name PriSSillas, I was gonna get an all-girl band to back up an Elvis impersonator. I thought that would be cool. So I had it in my pocket. That wasn't planned. Kimmy, hooking up with Kimmy and being there and saying, hey, let's do a band, that wasn't planned. What we just went through wasn't planned. And as a result, I don't think we've ever been closer as a group, as a friend. We stayed together. Kimmy and I did a duo. Was it Facebook Live? What do you call that thing? Facebook?
The face page.
So face paper.
The face.
My face.
My face.
My face to face.
Wait, don't say those two things too close together.
Insta face.
Were you on my face? My face. Wait, my face. I'm sorry. Nope. So yeah, and Jenny is a songwriter, and she's like, "Hey, you want to play in my original band?" I'm like, "Okay." And so I started playing with Jen again, not planned, and like Jen has this same powerhouse, but more on the warmer, gray slick, blues soul.
Bard Simpson's sister.
I'm not comfortable with that part. Hey, man. You can't do that, man. Oh, homie. I hate when you call me homie.
I see where you get that low voice.
Well, Kimmy and I actually wanted to do our own radio show at one point. And because we were gigging so much together, I think I spent more time with Kimmy and anybody in my entire life. We've been playing together 25 years.
You're welcome.
Yes. We met in the incubator. I was like, hey, you sound great. You're screaming really loud. And I can keep beats. So, yeah. And so, all right, I forgot what I was going to say. But, come on. What was I saying?
It doesn't matter.
Tell me. So, yeah, I mean.
You met in the incubator.
Yeah,
right?
you met in the incubator. And
Is that at the Museum of Science and Industry? Or in that one?
Yeah. See, Ray, you feel me, right?
Remember that? Do they still do that?
Yeah.
I think so.
The chickens.
It was our radio show.
The morning after.
And
That's right.
We're going to call it the morning after because we had so many gigs. I remember on Sunday morning and we call our friends up and they'd be like, hey, Mike, what you doing? Hi, welcome to the morning after. And then we talk about our gigs and about our shoes and things that we wear. And we're very prissy, hence the name.
I see.
Yeah. so we go, okay, come on. Hey.
So Jenny, can I call you Jen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay,
Sir.
So you played with Girl Next Door, and anybody else before that?
I did. I played with a band called Johnny Justice and the Southside Railroad for since about 1995, and it was myself and a bunch of state's attorneys from Cook County. And it was kind of the all law band. We got together and
I fought the law in law one.
pretty much. And we had a good time and played together for 12 years and still maintain our friendships to this day.
I knew them guys. I knew the band. I knew one of the whoever the lawyer was. He worked out of Markham.
Tom Darman?
Tom, the
Might be
keyboard.
Tom.
Eric Leafblad?
No, I think it was Tom.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was Tom that I knew.
We won't ask you how you knew him, Ray. I mean,
Yeah.
you in trouble at what
Were you
point?
on the other side of the podium?
No, I was on the good side. I was on
okay.
the good side.
Well, how we really met Jenny.
26th and Cal.
It's
Selling tacos or something.
yeah.
That's it.
So yeah, we basically what you see here is, the premise is doing what we love and loving it when we do it and having that transcend. And I would say, like, how about it? Even just with us, with things not going as planned, I feel like people coming out to shows appreciate it a lot more. And that's also like how we feel every day about live music. So I think it's like a more of a connection, so that's what we bring. Right, Ange? Angie's
Okay.
our glue.
She is.
Crazy glue, actually.
You are the glue. You're like the band mom.
OCD Angie.
Yet I'm only 29.
and a half.
So tell us, Angie, about your back history and how did you get to this point?
Well, honestly, before I played, which my first band was Girl Next Door, I would go see Kimmy Hayes' band, and I'd stand there and I'd look at Paula and Kimmy and I'd go, gosh, if I ever play, I want to be just like them. And then flash forward to when I met Paula. It's still surreal to this day but I always say that, and then meeting Kimmy and of course knowing, Jen and Lisa, it's pretty surreal because I used to go watch them, but they're first and foremost friends, and that's what I am grateful for the most.
So you weren't in the incubator with them?
No.
Well,
I came later.
Yeah, she sat in on a few gigs with her acoustic. Hey, can I come play? And we're like, yeah, sure. So she keeps coming up. We're like, hey, maybe she should be in the same unit here. So
It's kind of like another stalker.
yeah, but not.
Yes.
But not.
I did it because I kept showing up, and I think I played like 4 or 5 shows, played a few songs, and finally I'm like, all right, Paula, are you going to ask me to join your band?
Yes, I am.
So that was the PriSSillas, right? After
That was the PriSSillas,
Yeah,
right?
I
Right.
see.
We're actually a 5-piece power trio.
Nice.
That's how it started. It was me, Jenny, and Paula, and then
Yeah.
we picked up passengers.
I say, well, that's good. That's good. That's good. Along the way, right?
We had a short bus, and we had 5 seats. So we're like, what are we going to do?
I was just saying it's train, but it's a bus now. Okay.
Yeah, we're getting to the train.
I have to say, for Paula being so open and friendly, I was kind of just a fan of Fabulous Janes at the time. And Stalker, yeah, something like that. But, we had mutual friends, and she would come out in the crowd in between breaks, in between sets, and chat with people. And that's how I really got to know her. And she knew I was a musician and got to know me and knew I was a drummer. And really, that's how it all evolved, because she is such a warm and loving person and so good with her audience and her crowd. And I would have never have gotten to know her as well as I do now if it weren't for her coming out and just being so personable to everybody.
Yeah. Same back at you. I was like, somebody's like, what are your influences? I'm like, right here. Almost every band member I've played with, including these girls, in some way I've learned from or been inspired by or have been able to believe in the fact that, playing live is a space for entertainment and fun, and it starts on the stage. So I like being close to people who think I'm okay. I'm okay. And you missed something in the script there, Jen. You're making me blush.
So tell us about the Janes. Now, was that your first band?
Yeah. So I gotta tell you. So I'm like super cool, and I'm playing in this original band, and I actually didn't play bass before. I was a drummer, then a keyboard player, and then I became a bass player by accident from
A nanny.
I was nannying this band called PriSSillas, and Jake came in to me and said, you're a bass player. I'm like, no. So then I'm like, I'm playing cool original music, and we're playing the Avalon and all that. And then Joey DeMarco was booking us, and Dia was working with him, and she'd come up to me. She goes, would you ever want to start a band? Like, and so Dia, it was like one of our heroes of the South Side. Like, she's very, very good musician. I'm like, well, I don't play covers. And she's like, you think about it. So then she's like,
Because there's paychecks involved with cover bands.
Yes, absolutely.
but it's Dia. I'm like, all right, I got to do this. So she's like, all right, well, I got this idea. I'm like, okay, we'll do it. And I said, well, I'm not wearing any costumes or dresses. You know, I'm just wearing like cool stuff.
Yeah, with the J's. No.
Not as planned. So, and then Kimmy answered an ad in the paper, and I'm like, shut up. And then she sang, and we're like, yep, that's our, the Janes were born.
I have to interject here. So,
were you already in the Janes?
I wasn't. I auditioned for the Janes.
Oh, okay.
From the Illinois Entertainer, remember?
Oh, sure.
Right? There was an audition. But this is, so the first time I met Paula, she answered the door. She was taking me to the audition, drive to her house, and she's wearing a tool belt and a sports bra. and she was like, I am not wearing a costume. I am not wearing makeup.
I didn't even know how to put on makeup.
That's 100% truth.
Yeah.
Why are they giving me gift certificates for this Victoria's Secret? So the Janes helped me be a girl, and I brought two guys I was playing. So I brought the guys in the band, to support me, Adam and Christian. So that's debatable, but I was playing in an original band with them.
That's right. Adam doesn't listen to the show.
And then they just, it was like this, the electric, the fun. And then whatever we did, that we were having fun than everybody else was. So it was so real. So yeah, I didn't plan on playing covers. And we've had like 300 shows a year one time, it's just crazy.
Right.
And then meeting people like this. And then when we didn't have gigs for a while, I was like, gosh, I have friends I don't see anymore because we see them at gigs, right? So
I remember the Janes once with the Blue Chip, and I was really in awe. Let's just leave it at that. I was really in awe, and the band was great.
The bass, right? The bass was.
Oh, the bass was spot on. It was spot on.
Yeah. Of course, it was. I wasn't the bass player yet, but like Paul, help me out here, man.
But I get a chance to work with Girl Next Door quite a bit at the Blue Chip, and enjoyed that. You guys played there quite often, didn't you?
We did. We had a good time there. It was a bit of a drive, but we had a good time. Yeah.
Well,
great, awesome sound guy.
Oh yeah, he was good.
Sexy sound guy.
Oh yeah.
Ray was the sound guy. Well, yeah.
He was a roadie.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. Did I do that out loud?
Your mic is on, Ray.
Oh, sorry.
Paul, you've always been an influence to me as well, like in your bands. And then when I see you at the Blue Chip, and it's like, oh my God, it's so crazy. It's so late. And we just had a blast. I'm like, and when Kimmy's like, it's Paul. I'm like, oh, I'm just going to go to hang out with Paul. So here we are. Not planned.
That's right. Here we are.
This wasn't planned.
Yeah. See, now I'm doing a whole different thing.
Yeah.
And this is fun. This is fun. Ray came up with the idea a couple years ago and said, hey, let's do a podcast. And I went, oh, what? Yeah, what?
Yeah. So how do we tell people how to get on the podcast and all that stuff?
Just.
Do we have T-shirts or something?
No, we don't have a T-shirt.
It's not financially solvent.
Oh, we're familiar with that. I actually saw my friend Jake posted a picture of Levi jeans in the little pocket, and they're like, you know what that little pocket's for? And I'm like, oh, guitar picks. They're like, no. The money that they pay the band. Like, okay. So, yeah, and Lisa here, I tell you, time and time again, of course, we're going to keep her here and hers as much as she doesn't think she belongs. She's absolutely become such a core, real.
She knows she belongs now.
Oh, I know. But that, we
There was a time. There was.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's that the bonds that we've made along all this time with even Lisa thinking that's, I'm just not going to be here. And
it's hard because you guys have such a history together. I mean, I just got here,
That was what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter anymore because of the time that we had not gigging and gigging amongst ourselves, getting friendships. I mean, you're doing shows you did a show with me, Kimmy and Angie did a show. Me and Ray are doing a show.
That's right.
But yeah, that kind of thing the bonding thing that happened and that just is happening on stage. It's just crazy. It's really, really fun.
So if somebody's going to come out and see the PriSSillas, what are they going to see? What kind of music? What? Explain to me. Explain to us.
I'll refer to our social media expert, Lisa. You win.
I mean, just a rockin' good time. I don't know how else to say it. I mean, we have a pretty wide variety of music, I would say. Definitely rock and classic rock heavy, but like as Paula's been saying this whole time, like every song that we play, it doesn't matter what it is, we put our own spin on it, and it's just dynamic, and it blows you out of the water when you're in the audience, You want to sing along, you want to dance. It's fun.
Guitar solos.
Yeah.
I overplay all night.
We give you the wink. It's okay. We're like, Kimmy, are you going to do it? Are you going to do it? Are you going to do it? And she's like, and we love every second of it. Twist my arm.
It's like my favorite band. They never cut me off. A lot of harmonies. I think vocally, we can't be touched.
Yeah.
And I mean, because everybody sings.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty unique, having a 5-piece all-girl band where everybody's a strong singer.
Right.
Well, and everybody's voice is so different, like you were saying. We each have our own strengths, and I think that we really show that while we're on stage.
What are some of your favorites, Lisa?
Well, recently we just added Ramble On, and I enjoy doing that a lot. House of the Rising Sun, Kimmy does a ripping solo on that, and I love singing that too.
She does a ripping solo in every song, doesn't she?
But especially that one. That one's the one at the end where we're like, is she going to do it again? Like, what do you think? What do you think? And then we all look at Jen because she's giving us the cue, and then we look at Kimmy, and then we look at Jen. It's like, is it going to happen?
Do an extra solo, Kimmy. Come on. We give her that wide-eyed look. Yeah.
Keep going.
Well, I tasked Kimmy to do the set lists in here because she's always so great at putting it together. And then the last show, it was a 75-minute set, and I think there were like 4 songs because Kimmy was just going to solo through all of them.
Oh, don't worry. We have 20 minutes. I could take a solo.
Yeah, I mean, Ramble On goes into for what it's worth. Like, the dichotomy of,
It kind of rambles on.
Yeah, it's like me,
I'll tell you the other thing that is, you pointed it out already, but having 2 women guitar players, singers that both play drums well, I've never experienced that. I've played with a lot of drummers, but like they can swap, and it's incredible. So it's super cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Angie turns into a whole new person. Like,
when she gets behind the drums.
Angie, oh,
yeah, she's a badass thing.
Like animal behind that.
She's just like,
Seriously, I wanted to do it as a kid and I couldn't, and so yeah.
Now I thought I remember you playing drums, but maybe only one song or something with Girl Next Door. No?
Oh, she does a lot more now.
Yeah, we so Jen let me test the waters back then. I think we might have changed for one song, and now I think it's like 3 or 4 that we can switch, or some. It's like, okay, are you playing guitar? Am I? What are we doing? So
what about original stuff? Anybody? Are you guys writing any material? Or? Yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Like I told you, covers are where it's. No, I'm just kidding.
But,
yeah,
I write as Jenny Rockus. Lisa Thoman has her originals. Kimmy Hayes has her originals. And we kind of swap them in and out of our PriSSillas show and just take turns doing different tunes. We went to Nashville right before COVID and recorded some, so it was a good time.
Oh, that was a good time.
Yeah, that studio was just
It was
Bluebird or Blackbird.
Blackbird with John McBride.
Yeah.
John and Martina McBride's studio was pretty cool.
I wanna write you a song as beautiful as you. Gonna sing it loud and strong so everybody feels it too. I wanna write you a song as beautiful as you.
So everybody writes it, right? Yeah.
Yes.
I write the bridges.
We incorporated it.
Bridges are important.
They are.
Yeah. They get you from one place to the next.
I can't stand this song going the same way. Please change.
We try and incorporate the originals where it fits. Different shows might just call for more covers, and that's what we'll do. But when we can fit in our originals, we do, and people always love them, so it's a good feeling.
Yeah, I've heard that comment too. I don't know some of this music, but I loved it, right? Because we are in.
Well, if it fits with what you're doing,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, and obviously, if you're writing probably in the genre or the vein of what you play regularly, so
Yes.
so yeah, I mean, it probably works out good, right?
Yeah.
You just learned that word genre, didn't you?
I did.
Genre.
Yeah.
Chase.
You're so international.
Is it chase?
She's lounge.
Genre.
So do the Simpsons make an appearance at your shows too?
Well, yeah, Kimmy and I actually did voices for children's books.
That was fun.
That was with
that's cool.
Scott May.
We're like, we're getting a paycheck.
Oh, sure.
Scott May did back in the day.
Yeah.
What were those books? That was fun.
a turtle that was very slow.
And Kimmy was a rabbit. Hey, Dad.
Was I?
Probably.
Did I have fun?
Oh, yeah.
Paula holds my memories
That's good.
of the 90s.
That's good.
Yeah.
People actually thought I was Kimmy Hayes. I'm like, yeah, well, depends.
Did we have fun?
Did we do something wrong? It can't be. Kimmy Hayes is in jail. What? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm Kimmy Hayes. Yeah, I mean, I've had some of the best moments in my life with people in bands and music, and it's just such a honor to anytime we're on stage. I don't feel any pain. We don't have any troubles.
You don't age on stage. That's what
right.
you always
So-
say.
I don't age on stage.
it.
And if you see us, you'll see that. So technically, if I've done like 5,763 shows, I'm only 28.
But who's counting?
I'm 28 now.
But who's counting, right?
I had to slow down a year.
So you said that sometimes you'll do. Well, you obviously doing some. Lisa, you were doing some solo stuff.
Yeah.
I do, yes.
But then you said a couple of you paired up and did some shows. Do you still do that?
I just played with Angie, last week?
Yeah, and then basically, when people call for gigs, depending on what it is, we can do. I don't want to say any format, but we are able to switch and play with each other. I mean, Jen, Paul, and I have done a couple of trios as well, and so it's fun.
Do you guys go by yourself as a PriSSillas or part of the PriSSillas or just the Sillas, maybe?
Scylla's light.
Maybe after this interview.
Yeah, I mean, we call out the PriSSillas, but I joined Lisa and I just kind of tagged along, which was fun. So it's Lisa's, solo show. Same thing with Kimmy, but yeah, it's fun.
I see.
We're always promoting, though.
Yeah.
You always got to name drop any chance you get.
That's why we had Lisa in the band. She's the promotion expert.
I try.
And cartwheeler.
I do. I can do a cartwheel.
You did it on stage, really?
You know what? I actually have done them at a gig before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not while playing, though. That's a little hard.
With the guitar now.
That wouldn't work out.
She's working on it.
No, I used to see. What's his name? Now I'm having a brain fart. Little Steven. From and he had one of those little trampolines on the side, and he would play. He would play and jump on the trampoline and do a backflip while he's playing.
I'd break my
with
neck.
his guitar.
It sounds like Paula.
I saw one on sale at Dick's. We're gonna go get it.
She's gonna be there. She's gonna be there tomorrow morning as soon as they open.
Don't put it past
Remember when
us.
you tore your meniscus at Shenanigans?
Well, it was.
It was shenanigans. That's why. That's what did it, right?
What's wrong with jumping from a 5-foot stage with 6-inch heels and a 40-pound bass? Nothing, apparently.
And I thought you were going to talk about her jeans that she ripped at Cheeseburger in Paradise.
My legs sweat. That's all I'm saying.
Your crotchless jeans.
Oh, here it's a family show. No, I just want to make a point about what you asked about the PriSSillas, no matter if it's 3, 4, 5 piece. The PriSSillas in the core is this, and it's the same sentiment and the same music, and then we just kind of switch up parts or where our strengths are, and you always get the best of who's ever on stage. So it's always the PriSSillas. You know, they'll do their solo shows or duo shows and stuff like that, and it just lends to more and more music, right?
Yep.
See how I dodged that? So I was standing on the stage and I kicked my leg. My pants slid all the way down. And damn it, I forgot my panties. Whoa.
Oh boy.
For real?
Yeah.
I didn't know that part.
That was at Cheeseburgers in Paradise, and now they call it Fur
Did I have fun?
Yeah. We were going to have this on the morning after. So that place called Fur Burgers in Paradise. So somebody had to go get a pair of jeans for me. And so here's the best part. I'm playing a bass. Like,
Was there coals next door or something?
it was so sweaty. It was my legs sweat, nothing else. So I kicked and they caught. So then I'm playing the bass and I'm thinking, okay, good. I got this big bass. Thank the Lord. I can cover it. My string freaking breaks. Like my E string, like I can't even play. So I had to switch basses, and I'm going out to one of her friends, Jamie. God, my she's like, you what? You split your pants? Like she. So one of the friends live close by, and she brings a pair of these jeans.
You said split your pants, right?
Oh yeah, I split my pants.
Okay.
I shipped them, split them.
If anyone who's been to a show has seen the
Shift your
famous Palomar kick, they know how she split her pants. For sure.
I check them out. So she brings back these high-rise 80s jeans that were like ankles. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it was funny. And Kimmy didn't know. I'm like, don't tell Kimmy. Because she's like, wow, nice jeans. What? No, I have big bell bottoms.
I've seen that Palomar cake. Oh yeah, many times. Yes.
It just happens.
So you guys keep them busy, right? What do you got coming up?
Navy Pier.
Yes.
Yeah.
Navy Pier on
28th.
August 28th.
Yep.
2:30.
The Vintage Wine Festival in Utica we're doing this
That's right.
year.
Yeah. That's Sunday,
19th?
September 19th, which is a big one out there.
What about that Pub 78 in Brookfield?
Yeah, that's Friday the 6th, so August 6th. And then we have, what's that new one? The Warehouse on Park.
I think
in
so, in
Genoa.
Genoa.
We're traveling
Yeah,
way
we're on
north for that one.
We're on tour.
It's kind of like a CD&Me situation, landscaping company that's got a nice venue there.
Where's that at?
It's in Genoa.
Illinois.
It's International Beer Day with the PriSSillas.
Well, that's going to end really well.
Yeah, I can tell that already.
Did I have fun?
Did I? I'll let you know, Kimmy.
Yes.
After I mend my pants. I think we have a wet Festival of the Vine on the 12th?
The 11th. September 11th. We finally are up in, Lisa lives up in Elgin, so the rest of us are mostly on the south side, so we try to book stuff up north.
I know you guys are all like, oh, Genoa, it's so far. I'm like, man, I can throw a rock and hit Genoa where I live.
It's right next door. It's in your
I mean,
neighborhood.
not quite next door, but it's closer than here.
Yeah, so if you walk up and you see a big rock in front of it, you're like, oh,
Lisa was here.
And then we have this benefit on the 31st. Is that right?
That's this Saturday.
This Saturday?
Yeah, we're doing a trio. The H Foundation, Goombay Day. It's called.
Goomba. Yeah.
I think it's Goombay, but
wow.
in LaGrange.
Whoops.
Goomba.
I thought it was like, hey, you got to be cool.
That'd be like on Taylor Street.
Yeah. Miller Street.
It is exciting though to go from last summer really not being able to do much to then, I get a little anxious sometimes where I look at my own calendar and I'm like, oh my God, we have so many gigs. But then you take a step back and it's like, we're just so blessed to be able to continue to play music and for everything to kind of be back opened, still safely, obviously. But it's really nice.
So now I hate to ask this question, but once Kimmy goes back to New York, what are you guys going to do? Are you going to stay a 4-piece? Are you add someone?
We're going to stay in the PriSSillas. Eventually, Kimmy, when things get settled in, she can take time off. We'll book gigs here in New York in between whatever we have to do whenever Kimmy's available.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome to have her be able to do that and commit to it and stay on with what we're doing, considering what she's going through there. So we're looking forward to that. It'll take a little while, but any moment that Kimmy can be here and we can be together, we just want to, whether we have a gig or not. So that's
Also, Angie, not only is she a wicked drummer and singer, she also plays a great guitar.
yes.
So she's taken over the lead guitar.
I have an awesome instructor,
I don't know who that is.
Kimmy Hayes.
I'm sorry.
I'll tell you later, Kimmy.
Okay. Did I have fun?
You have fun.
Oh my God. We were going to, with the morning after show, be like, remember when that guy, like there's so many gig stories. Maybe we and Paul, you and I can get together and Ray, we have this boo and Kimmy, hey, she's in New York. Hey, what are you doing over there?
Yeah, there'd be another podcast.
Yeah.
Gig stories.
It'd be an iPodcast.
It'd be a mature audiences only podcast with you there.
Well, we've already heard the story of the ripped pants. So,
It's too much for me. Too much.
Yeah, my goodness. Well, I did Second City. I was studying there, and I was like, that's what this band is like a lot, is that we play off each other. If somebody's having trouble with a vocal or anything, somebody just jumps in. So there's always that connection. What I think transcends. I think people see that and feel like they've never seen us before, but they feel like they know us. And then, I'll try to rip my jeans more often and see what happens.
No, that might be a highlight of the show.
Yeah. Just don't let them rip your jeans, Paul.
No. I've ripped my pants. But not my jeans. But no. I don't know. Well, so tell us how people find you. Where do we find you? On the internet or Facebook?
On the interwebs.
www.
I think there's 3.
Okay.
Yes.
Whoa.
So it's the PriSSillas.com is our website address, but we also have Facebook and Instagram.
And I think Facebook is the PriSSillas Band.
Yeah, I believe so too.
PriSSillas with 2 S's because we are prissy.
Yes, the 2 S's is key.
Well, it's actually 3 S's. The first 2 are S and S. And then there's PriSSillas. The last S is a C. No. PriSSillas.
No apostrophe.
No, I don't think you can do apostrophes in web pages.
No, you can't.
I don't think that's a thing.
That and ampersands, I found out.
That's right.
I had an aunt, ampersand.
Really?
No.
What did she do?
Well, she was a shark wrestler and then became a shark dentist, which progresses naturally.
Oh, yeah. Well,
And then I was an underwater welder when she brought me under her wing or her fin, whatever.
Yeah. That's good.
These are the random things too that Paula will say while we're on stage. Like,
Yeah.
And she does this to me when I'm singing and I can't finish the lyrics.
Kimmy was like, "What are you doing?" And Maggie made like something about my age, and I was so like, and this time I was going, lifting my something that doesn't show your age. I'm like,
She makes me laugh enough where I cannot finish the lyrics. I'll just say that.
"What's what you're singing?"
It's fun. It's fun though, and I think, like you were saying, I think people pick up on that. Like that makes the show that much better. Like, not only do we bring awesome music, great talent, you know, just a great time, that aspect, but we're just fun.
Yeah.
And people pick up on that.
Well,
And I
entertaining.
was going to say that's the greatest compliment to me, I think, is, boy, you guys really look like you're having fun.
Right. Yeah, it definitely is. And if you're up there and having fun and entertaining people, there's nothing better. It, like you said, it's the best thing in the world. Yeah. And you don't age on stage, right?
No.
Right.
I don't have any pain, anything. It's great.
It's true.
Well, I have some pain once in a while, but
Well,
Yeah.
let's get on stage. Right. Ready, let's go.
well, thanks, girls, for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And learned a lot about the PriSSillas.
You did have fun, Kimmy.
I know. I'm feeling it right here.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, guys.
Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water, and I think of all the things what you're doing in my head, and I paint a picture. Since I've come on home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why won't you come over, baby?
Okay. Well, that was Angela and Jenny and Paula and Lisa and Kimmy Hayes. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the PriSSillas.
The PriSSillas have left the building.
Yes, they have.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! I think I peed a little.
Did you?
I think so. I mean, I was laughing so hard. I mean, they are so funny. They are so talented.
Yes.
What a great bunch of gals.
I'm pretty sure Kimmy had a good time.
We just have to remind her. We just got to let her know that she did have a good time.
Yes. They're a great bunch of girls and some talented musicians.
Yes, they
as
are.
well.
Yes, they are.
But it was fun talking with them, and I haven't seen a lot of them in many years. But it was good to talk to them.
Well, not that many years. They're only 29.
Oh, right.
So it's a few years.
It's been a few years. But it was good to see him and talk with them again.
It was a lot of fun. I was happy to have them here. Like I said, it was a fun time, really funny, great stories. How they all got it together and their backstories.
Yep. Yes, indeed. That's what this is about. That's what the Rock and Roll Chicago podcast is all about. So thanks for listening, everybody, and thanks to the
Illinois Rock and Roll Museum on Route 66 at 9 West Cast in Joliet, Illinois.
Right, what he said.
Yeah, check them out at roadtorock.org. Sign up to be a charter member today.
Okay. All right, I will. And don't forget to get your tickets. Tickets are going fast for the August 31st induction.
For the Hall of Fame induction.
The Hall of Fame induction at the Rialto Square Theater here in Joliet. And it'll be, so go online at roadtorock.org and get your tickets now. It's going to be a fun time.
Get your tickets, definitely. It's going to be sold out soon.
Well, if it's not already.
You're
just
right.
by us talking about it.
I can hear it. The tickets are just they're going out. They're shooting out. Yeah. Remember when you used to have to go get tickets? Yeah, you go to Montgomery Ward and stand in line, and then they actually hand you a ticket and stuff. There's none of that anymore.
No, it's all digital.
It's all digital. You show them your phone. I miss the old ticket days. What do you save? The picture from your phone now?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
But
you take a screenshot of it. Right?
You take a screenshot, and that's here's my ticket from this band that I saw. That doesn't seem right, but
once again, thanks to the PriSSillas. Yes.
Thank you. The PriSSillas have left the building.
Yes. Yes, they have. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thanks a lot. See you next week.
The Rock and Roll Chicago podcast does not own the rights to any of the music that's played on this podcast.
The music is used to promote the band or musicians that are interviewed.
Rock and roll Chicago. Rock and roll